Hello everyone and welcome. I'm Sarah Liz and I am here with my very first haul video. This is a Kat Scrappiness haul. If you're not familiar with them, Kat Scrappiness has their own brand of products, but then they also carry tons of other brands. I had to write them all down. Actually, this isn't all of them. This isn't even half. But some of my favorites, things I use already: Altenew, Honeybee, Spellbinders, Pink Fresh, Lawn Fawn. Riley and Company, if you're not familiar with them, they make some of the funniest stamps I have ever seen. And I am so excited to tell you that I have joined the Kat Scrappiness design team. I am under no obligation to make this video. I thought it would be fun. So they sent me some products for the videos I'm going to do for them in July. And so I'm going to share those products. They're kind of all mixed in because I tried to categorize. So I'll tell you when I get to the things that I'm definitely making videos of. So if there's other stuff you want to see in videos, let me know in the comments below. But then I was like, if I'm going to be on the design team, that was like the excuse I needed, right? To buy some other stuff. And I tried to be thoughtful in my choices and to choose things that are going to be real staples in my collection. Not to choose things that I already have from another brand, just to like fill in some holes and find some really good stuff. It was not hard. In fact, I took some things back out of my cart because I was like, oh girl, you went like overboard, but I'll share what I got. I would love to know what you like the most or what you definitely want to see videos with. And we'll go from there. So they also, just in the order of like things I paid for myself, I got this little like sticky note pad, and it looks like a coupon. I'm not going to scratch it off on video because I have to take it outside. My husband gets real mad about scratch offs. And then look at this. These are like, I don't know, little toasts with pants, little SpongeBobs. They might be, I'm probably not supposed to say that they're SpongeBobs, but they kind of look like it. I'm just saying, my kids will know. I'll show it to them. Anyway, let's get started. Okay, first up, I got a handful of word dies. You know I love a good emergency card, and so to me, a word die is like next door to an emergency card. You can make the card and you can leave just the word off of it. And so this is the Happy Birthday word with shadow. They have a couple happy birthdays, but I liked this one the best. And this one is like 4 inches across at the birthday. So that'll fit either direction on an A2. And then we're looking at about 2.25 inches high. That's a good size. Sometimes I really like when my word dies can really take the center stage on a card. So I don't have to do that much if I'm in a hurry. So there's that one. And then this is this giant thank you. This was, I think, on like the Jennifer McGuire's favorite things list. This was a handful of years ago. It's huge and super pretty. So we're looking at 3.5 inches across and I don't know, about 2.5 inches down, 2.75 maybe. And then there's a shadow die to go behind that. Look how scripty and pretty that is. This one, I love this. I have actually 2 dies that are in the same font. This one says "You Rock," and that's script. And I feel like that's a sentiment that can read masculine. Sometimes I want to encourage my boys. You know, my youngest is 5 and he was having a day today. And so like, I want to make him a "You Rock" card. And then there's the shadow. So this guy measures 3.5 by, these are so big, little over 3.125 maybe. And then this Merry Christmas is that same beautiful scripty font. This will fill nearly an entire A2 card. So this is 5 inches across on the Christmas. And then let's see, I don't even know where to start, where to stop. 2.75. Yeah, 2.75, I think. And then there's a shadow that goes with it. So this one I will definitely be using in a Kat Scrappiness video later, like in July. So July is my official first month. So they sent me this one for free. I've been eyeballing this one, you guys, since last Christmas, but I saw it late and I was like, you already made your cards. You gotta wait. But I have it for Christmas in July. Okay, and then this is the Condensed Lowercase Alphabet Die set. And these are a nice, like, blocky font. I don't always use alphabet dies, but there's a couple things I really love about these. Okay, they're fairly narrow for a large die, so that Y is not quite an inch across. And sometimes when you get these really big alphabet fonts, like that's not going to happen. But then when they get real blocky like this, I love it. They get really easy to line up because the bottoms are pretty flat. Like even on that O, because the sides are so straight, I'm not like trying to guess, do I have it straight? Is it in order? This is an entire alphabet die set and they're huge, right? So they're not quite an inch across, but that is what, 1 5/8 tall on that A. Okay. This Y obviously is going to be a little bit taller. That's a little over 2 inches because it's got the descender. So I love, love, love this. There is an uppercase alphabet set as well. And that's one of those things that I was like, girl, you gotta wait. You gotta wait, but I'm going to get it because I'm very excited about it. It did come in this little like baggie, but let me show you something. I've been trying out these like static cling photo pages. Jennifer McGuire was like, that's how I organize my die cuts. So of course I bought some. And as long as you don't fill it too full, it will cling just enough, right? And you can kind of lay them out. I used to use magnetic sheets, but they get really heavy and I just don't have the strength for it. But like, they're not going anywhere. So I'm going to go ahead and I'll stick them like in here and that'll work really well for me. And then if I have extras of letters, I can stick them in the back. Okay, I got a couple things that are really unique and not maybe everyday stuff. Two. I got two. I had to get this. So last year, my son's class had a stuffed avocado that was the class mascot, Apollo the Avocado. And so I had to get this. He's obsessed with avocados now. I've been obsessed with avocados ever since I met guacamole. So I got these. They're called Happily Avo-After, and I love them. I absolutely love them. So I got these. And then I got this Oopsie Daisy set. So there's stamps and there's stencils. And I'll be honest, I'm not really sure what the difference is between the stamps and the stencils, but I'm going to play around with it and figure it out. But they were so affordable. I was like, well, I might as well get both. And then there's a coordinating die set to go with it. So I'm looking forward to playing with this. And I'm imagining like, honestly, a shaker because I got so much shaker stuff, you guys. Their sequins and like little clay mixes are so affordable. I was shocked. I was like, I don't know. I guess I hadn't looked at shaker stuff in a while from them. And yeah, anyway. Also, if you're watching this sort of live-ish, Kat Scrappiness is having 15% off all weekend on Father's Day weekend. Yeah. I will link that code below because I don't know what it is just offhand, or I'll try to put it up on screen, but maybe check that out. But yeah, so I'm imagining like a shaker with some like daisies around the outside. Anyway, I've been playing lots with florals. So this is the Oopsie Daisies, stencils, coordinating dies, and the layered stamps. All right, so I got 2 birthday sets. They sent me this one. This is the layered balloon cover plate. And I may not use the cover plate all the time. Birthday anything, celebration anything, I think is a pretty solid investment. But there are these separate balloon dies and I can sort of trim little strings if I want to. So I'm excited about that and it'll make a really great shaker. So I'll be using this in an upcoming video. for sure. But then I bought this one to complement it. It's called Birthday Essentials, and it's got like a party hat and a couple of candles, right? So different patterns for the candles, some more balloons, a cake with layers of business, a cake stand. And I'm imagining like a pop-up feature of some kind on the inside of the card. And maybe a little bit of these helping to decorate this front of the card. So I just thought these went together really, really well. So fun stuff. Since we're on cover plates, I love a good cover plate. I got the Stitched Winter Swirls. It's so pretty. And so I stitched everything, you guys. I just love a background that is just a little something, right? So as I'm moving into thinking about making holiday cards, it's always like begin maybe in July and see how many you can get done. And then that's kind of how I make my Christmas card list, because I have a really, really long list and I never get to everybody, which sucks. So I was like, this is something that can help me create a background that isn't just plain cardstock without a huge ton of effort. So that I'm looking forward to, and I will use that in a video in July coming up. Very excited about that. And then this one is the A2 Quilted Backdrop. And so it leaves these like little impressions that make it feel both stitched and tufted that I love. If you wanted to, you could fill those in with like little gems or something. I don't know that I'll do. I mean, maybe, I don't know, you guys. I'm undecided. But this is another one of those like for all occasions and all seasons, an easy way to add just some extra texture and stuff to your background. Next, we have some like everyday basics. I wanted to make sure if I was going to be buying more than just like a die set or two, that I was making good investments. Okay. And so this is the double stitched circles. I have a lot of circle dies, but I don't have stitched circles. And what I love about the double stitched is that they're stitching on the outside and the inside. So if I want to cut out a die, right, a circle die, there'll be stitching on the circle, but there's also stitching around the opening. So if I want to make a shaker, then the circle, right, that I cut for my shaker window has stitching around the outside, or maybe it's just a window card or something like that. You know, I love to make sort of interesting folds, something with a surprise. And so these I thought were really, really great for that. The largest circle is 4 inches. So I got those. And then this is the double stitched rectangle, which is the same idea. And that largest rectangle is going to be 5 1/4 tall by 4 inches across. So you can create a panel or a scene or a something and then cut that out, and it fits beautifully on your A2 card front. This one, I went a little bit of a tangent a couple videos ago about how much I love scallops. I love scallops, you guys, and I feel like they're coming back, or maybe it's just me and I will force them back. But I thought these were fun. Okay. And so I haven't measured these. That is, what says A2 reverse scallop, I guess. That's 4 inches across by then 5 1/4. Okay. So really, really great. And you can create all kinds of shakers with stuff like this. The website, I'm pretty sure, has like the measurements for each of the sizes. But you know what the real gem of this is? Look at these. It's like a unicorn sparkle. They're like these little stars. I love that. I love it so, so much. And it's this little bonus. I love that they were like, you know what? We're not just going to waste that space inside when we're ordering these dies. So that was just an absolute win, I think. I got plans for that. These are the Stitched Foliage dies. You know, I've been talking about being on the hunt for the perfect leaf die. And I found one that I really, really like from an Altenew set, but I know not everyone wants to buy that whole set. And I thought these were different and also like right in that same aesthetic. So it's not a ton of stitching, just the little veining in the middle of the leaves is stitched. They're a good size. I felt the price point on these was lovely. So that's about 3.5. Okay. This one's probably our next biggest, and it is, I don't even know where to start and stop. Maybe 2 3/4, right? And then this little guy, how about him? 2 1/4. So they're a good size. There's a good mix. Yeah, I'm excited about that. I think I'm going to try to fit these in, maybe on my Christmas card. It's not a Christmas set, right? I bought these on my own just because I liked them so much, but I'm probably going to try to fit them in to something right away because I'm excited about them. So then I got 2 great scene building sets. So it's the A2 Cloud Border Dies and the A2 Stitched Hills. And those will fit all the way across your A2 card, which is exciting and fun. I like that we have sort of 2 different shapes for our clouds, and we can do some fun and different things. Since we're talking about scene building, I also got this 3D pop-up box. I like that this one is wider than the other box die I have. I only have one other, like this kind of box die, right? Where we're sort of building. Actually, I guess I have 2 others. One of them is huge, like slimline. And the other one is really narrow. It's maybe to here. And so I just felt like this gave me more room to build a scene, and it was on sale, right? So maybe check if you're looking at the sale during Father's Day weekend for Kat Scrappiness, check and see if it's still on sale, and maybe you can double that up. But it's got then the 3 sort of platform pieces in here, and then I got the Stitched Hills add-on because there's a little stitching in the back here, and I was like, well, that might be nice. There's also a grass option and maybe a wave option, but again, I was like, girl, rate it in. So I got this for now, and then we'll see. The last in my like everyday dies that I purchased, or even just the dies in general that I purchased, was the Stitched Slimline strips. You know how much I love a strip die. You know. And I was like, oh, 2 things. 1, they've got stitching. And I was like, that's really different. 2, I don't have anything as small as this 1/8 of an inch. Like, that's awesome. I'm so excited about that. And then just all kinds of possibilities. As we move into the holidays, these create something that looks kind of like a ribbon. I thought that was super fun. So we'll add those to the collection as well. I got a couple of stamp sets. As you know, I do some stamping, but I'm more like die cutter first and then stamping as support. I do some stamping and coloring, and you'll probably see some of that from my Kat Scrappiness videos too. But I do a lot of my coloring on the go, and so it doesn't always end up in the videos. But this one's called Cheat Day, and I giggled the whole time I read it. If you lost your appetite today, I think I have it. The more you weigh, the harder you are to kidnap. Stay safe, eat cake. A balanced diet is a cupcake in each hand. My diet plan: 1, feed my friends cupcakes. 2, they get fatter. 3, I look thinner. Is it cheat day yet? And then this is it. Tacos understand. That's like, I I have issues with baked goods. I haven't met one I don't like, but tacos are a close second. So there's that. I'm on a low carb diet. When I'm feeling low, I eat carbs. Watch out, I'm hangry. I'm on that new diet where you eat whatever you want and just pray for a miracle. Every time I lose weight, I find it again in the refrigerator. It's so funny. Cheat day. And then this one, I mean, I looked at it at first and was like, oh, you paint swatches. And I kind of like that, right? It's fun to add just some texture and background. But actually, this is a phenomenal, like just everyday occasion stamp set. Congrats. Do what you love. You color my world. I'm so sorry, my crafty friend. Happy birthday. I love you. Art is where work meets love. Life is tough, but so are you. It's everyday brushstrokes. It's everyday sentiments. So I thought that was a phenomenal addition. I've been looking to switch it up. At some point, I feel like all my cards have the same couple stamped happy birthdays on them with thank yous on them. So I was looking to add to that, to expand that a little bit. And then ink swatches. This was really inexpensive. And I'll be honest, I have a bunch of inks that in my head, I know what they look like, but then what I think they look like isn't what they look like sometimes. Like I'm mixing them up with other colors, and I've never swatched my inks. I've swatched all my cardstocks because again, I'm a die cutter a lot of times. So I'm gonna try to get organized. I mostly am organized. As you can tell, I just got these in yesterday. And I've already gone through and like labeled everything. That just for me, I don't put things into new pouches. I just like clip the top off and keep it in the original packaging until it disintegrates. And then if I need to replace it, I do. And then there's this. You guys, so I got these little like plastic containers because again, Jennifer McGraw recommended them. And they fit my Kat Scrappiness embellishments beautifully. Let me show you what I got. So this is the white AB solid confetti mix. I'm not sure what the AB stands for, but this is a sort of a white pearlescent. They are not see-through for the most part. And they're so pretty and shiny. So I bought 2 of those. And then this is the silver solid round confetti, which is exactly what it sounds like. I was running low on silver. This is the mother of pearl solid round confetti sequins. And so if I put this next to the white ones, these are slightly more, I don't want to say yellow, but pearl, you know, slightly off-white, where these lean slightly bluer. But they both have that opalescence to them that I love. This is the mixed rainbow confetti, and it's very shiny and pretty. So I got a couple of those. Rainbow wheel sprinkles. If you are a craft roulette person and you are watching this right now, let me tell you, this is going to find a home in Kansas City. I think Mary Gun Fund needs these. So I bought these for her, and I will send them along because I love her so much. And she is just a gem, and that show has gotten me out of some serious crafting ruts. These, I can't even, Avo Love Sprinkles. Look at that. They're little avocados with hearts on their bellies. And so that I had to, right? Like I got the Happily Avo-After dies. I had to get these. I just did. But I'll probably hoard them. Like if I put these in a shaker mix, I also got some like plain clay confetti and I'll mix them in because nobody needs all the avocados, right? They need like some of the avocados. Anyway, there's that one. These are so, I can't even, these are really unique. Okay, hang on. They're called the Ivory Flower Blossoms. I don't know if you can see in the package, but these have dimension, right? It is, I would say, slightly more than a traditional cupped sequin, but not so much that I wouldn't mail that. I mean, I might do a practice run first. But I mean, it's not going to make it so you can't mail it. I just would glue it down really, really well because it is, you know, sitting on sort of a cup. But I thought those were absolutely beautiful and I love them so much. So I got those, the Ivory Flower Blossoms, and then these purple flower sprinkles. Look at that. I'm going to take one out because they have this detail in the petals of them that was really unexpected. Like I thought they were pretty online and then I got them and I was like, whoa, whoa. Okay. Will it focus? Do you see that? Look at that detail. These are probably another one that I'll hoard. Like I'll put some of these in the shaker, but not all of them. Or I may just use them like sequins as like bling on my cards. They're awesome. Though again, these are the most affordable shaker mixes, sprinkle mixes I've seen. So maybe I will and I'll just get more. Okay, and then these next handful are just like round clay confetti. So I have some in light pink, some in soft yellow that is almost like cream, right? Which I guess is soft yellow, but I don't know. The purple, it's like, what is the distress color? Picked raspberry. It reminds me of that. It's awesome. Some white. And then look at this bright and cheerful rainbow confetti sprinkles. I think on my birthday card in July, I will be using these. So I got 2 so that if I get sad that I used a bunch, I won't be out because I'm excited. I wanted to show you one more thing before we go. When I get new products in, I do 2 things. I put a little dot on these, and I don't really care about the color, but I will go through and I will put a little, these are removable, a little dot on the packaging that says to me, you haven't used this yet. This is new. Prioritize this one. And then these are old. I haven't printed them out for this batch yet. But like for things I got in the winter, it will say WI23, so winter of 2023. And I will put that right next to it. So I know when I bought it and I know if I've used it. I have a to use bin, but I don't know. Sometimes I put stuff there if I feel like for Kat Scrappiness, I'll probably have these in my Kat Scrappiness bin. I organize some things by type and some things by manufacturer. Just depends. But if I feel like something's been sitting in there for too long, then I'll pull it and I'll put it in the bin right next to me. So please, please know when I buy things, I try to make smart choices about things I know I can use more than once, and about things that I think are a good value. And I try to make sure I have a system in place so I know what I have and what I've used and what I haven't used. Please let me know in the comments below what from this haul you would most like to see me craft with, and I will see if I can fit it in sometime soon. I have so many exciting things coming up, and I appreciate all of you for spending your time with me, and I will see you next time.